Hi, my name's Zara. This is the Low Limit Poker Challenge YouTube channel. So today I want to talk about something that is a little bit weird about me. I like to play 1-2 no limit, 2-5 no limit, 5-10 no limit, 10-20 no limit, 10-20-40 no limit, 2-5 PLO, and 5-10 PLO, and maybe even bigger PLO if they have it, although the only place I found that has bigger PLO is the Borgata. So anyway, so I wanted to make this video talking about why I like to play 1-2 no limit. I made a comment on Facebook the other day and I got some funny reactions when I said I was a former professional poker player that now mostly plays 1-2 no limit, and kind of got some laughing faces and different comments and stuff like that. But I believe it's very, very beneficial to play 1-2 no limit. So here are a few reasons why. One, and probably the most obvious, is that the swings, the downward swings in particular, are so manageable. If you're used to playing higher limits, to have a horrible day playing poker and lose a couple buy-ins, I mean, you're not really losing that much money. Yesterday I played and I got 2 bad beats in a row, back-to-back pots, for full stacks. One was the guy turned bottom pair into trips, and the other one was he caught a gut shot for hundreds of dollars. And relatively manageable. I mean, losing those 2 pots does not affect my life at all. If that were to happen in a bigger PLO game, like a 5-10 PLO, where I'm buying in for probably an average of $2,000, to lose $2,000 twice, I would be miserable today. I would be absolutely miserable. Last time I lost over $4,000 in a PLO game, actually every time I lost over $4,000 in a PLO game, I was absolutely miserable. I don't care what the stakes were. I was like, I don't want to play poker anymore, blah, blah, blah. And I don't even think I played the next day. Even if I was on a poker vacation, I took a whole day off. I don't like losing $4,000 in one day. It sucks. For me, it sucks. So anyway, the swings are just nice. The second big reason is that when you play a bigger 5-10 PLO game or 5-10 no limit or bigger, in general, the players are better. And I say in general because that's not always the case. I played 5-10 no limit yesterday, and the players were not better. That's why I was on the table playing. But just in general, the players are better. And if I was to be determined to only play 5-10 no limit 40 to 50 hours a week, my competition, which would be much, much tougher than my average competition on a 1-2 no limit table. We made a video about a worst play of the day about a week ago, and it's so true that there are some times when the 1-2 players just give you chips. They just give them to you. They just stick all their money in with, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun being in that situation. So another reason that I play 1-2 is I'm not a millionaire. I'm not even close to a millionaire. So to make $150 in a day is perfectly fine. I mean, this is $150 that I didn't have before, and I'm not upset that I didn't make thousands today. I don't cry over what I would have had. I'm perfectly fine making $100 today. If I think the 5-10 table is particularly tough and I want kind of an easy win with relatively low swings, I'm perfectly happy, perfectly fine, and perfectly happy in life, just playing 1-2 for the day. And it took me a while to get to this point because I went through a period of time where I was generally playing 5-10 PLO and 10-20 PLO at the Borgata. I was playing, when I went to Vegas that summer, I was playing 5-10 no limit, 10-20 no limit and 10-20-40 no limit. And I just wanted to push myself to play the higher stakes. And you kind of do become slightly miserable, or someone like me becomes slightly miserable when you take a bad beat. You get it all in versus queens, and you show the guy that you have pocket kings, and then you lose the hand and you're down $3,000 now. It kind of stings a little bit, and it's just not a good feeling for me. And I do rebuy, but I'm always thinking oh my God, what I could have did with that $3,000. So yeah, it kind of stings a little bit. And you kind of have a little bit of a poker ego and saying okay, I'm good enough to play at the middle stakes no limit tables. I'm good enough to play at the 10-20 and 10-20-40 no limit tables in Borgata, at Bellagio, and why should I be the one stepping down to 2-5 no limit? And it's kind of like you have to put aside your ego and say like, okay, it doesn't matter what limit I play, as long as I'm making money. It's perfectly fine to play 2-5 no limit or to play 1-2 no limit if you feel comfortable, if you're a happy person in life, if you're making money. You don't need to play the higher stakes. I am 100% sure that if there was a good game, higher stakes like yesterday, I will absolutely jump in without even a hesitation. I'm always financially ready to play in those games, but just judging from a happiness level, I'm not the happiest person in the world when I play higher stakes and I get unlucky. I get no satisfaction from having the best hand and making a good play because, I was a poker professional, and I was a professional because quite often I would have the best hand, and very often when you have the best hand, people do suck out on you, and that's just poker. And I don't get any satisfaction from playing my hands right anymore, but I do get dissatisfaction from, ending the week down thousands of dollars. So I think 1-2 no limit is a very, very good choice, and I don't see very many higher stakes players playing 1-2 no limit. But as Ray and I are proving with this challenge, hopefully, and I know it's a very, very short sample size, but you can absolutely make enough money to live on and have a very good lifestyle by only playing 1-2 no limit. Currently, I am averaging $35 an hour in the challenge, and if I were to stretch this out to 40 hours a week, 2,000 hours a year, like a full-time job, then I would be averaging about $70,000 a year before taxes. I don't tell you guys about how much I win or lose at the other limits, but I probably will be making future videos about those. But right now, Ray and I just kind of want to show that 1-2 no limit is not only super consistent, in the poker world anyway, relative to other games, because of the relative lack of skill from the other players. A lot of them don't know the rules. A lot of them are just there to have fun. It's amazing to me. We saw a guy one time, he thought he won the hand because he had ace jack. It was on the river, and he had ace jack, and he was like, oh, my hand's 21. He didn't realize that that's not the rules of poker. It was pretty funny. And this stuff happens. This stuff happens on a weekly basis. It's pretty funny. So 1-2 no limit is actually a very consistent game. It's a fun game. It's a game that we have fun at. I do have fun at the middle stakes tables, like 5-10 no limit too. Yesterday was very fun. I knew, I think, every other player at the table, which is one reason why I don't like to always go there. But when there's the action players, you got to move up and you got to put the challenge aside and play the higher stakes. But yeah, I just want to say that 1-2 can absolutely be fun. It can absolutely be profitable, and it's a little hard when you're a professional to put your poker ego aside. I don't have a real life ego because there's so many people that make more money than me in regular life. So many people that just have regular jobs, they make more than me. But in the poker world, to put aside your ego after you've been profitable at the middle stakes tables, like 5-10 no limit, 10-20 no limit, and the bigger PLO games, to drop down to 1-2, it can be challenging, and mentally you kind of have to change the way you think about things and say like, okay, I have to play my hands a little differently. I have to play in these terms. When someone bets $50 on the turn, like, that is a serious bet. You can't just toss in a couple green chips and go with your hand, because like from their point of view, they have the nuts. Like, they don't want to seem foolish at the table. So when they bet $50, so it's a little bit mentally challenging, and it's actually mentally challenging in a good way. I like that I have to change my way of thinking to become the type of person that wins so many big blinds per hour at 1-2 no limit. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and give this video a thumbs up.